It's all you, in tune with the rhythm of the island. Hey, it's all you, the rhythm of the island, like bending the sun.
Rich in vitamins A and C.
Follow your island spirit.
It's the rhythm of the island. We celebrate your strength by grace.
Yeah, man.
Tropical rhythms. Drinking the rhythm.
Guyana. Celebrate and appreciate 35 years of ministry with our very own Prophet Eon Greaves. Saturday, April 28th, 2018 at the National Cultural Center, featuring Sean Sobers, Samuel Medas, Miriam C. Williams, Saiku, Kester D, Geraldine Maloney, and much more. Tickets cost $1,500, $2,000, and $3,000 and are on sale at the National Cultural Center and Kester D Music Center. Doors open from 8 p.m. Sponsored by Hope is Rising and Dens Trading.
Attitude. Give me attitude. Next. Action. Guys, where's the ice cream? Cut! In 4 delectable flavors, the new Super Premium Royal Ripple ice cream is smooth, unbelievably rich, and far more affordable than you think. Royal Ripple Super Premium from Sterling Products Limited.
What do you do with your old vehicle batteries, cell phones, and computers? Bring them to Dens Trading. They specialize in recycling your old batteries from your car or truck or from devices like your cell phone and out-of-service computer motherboards. Dens Trading will give you cash for the devices you want to throw away. So what are you waiting for? Come into Dens Trading at 39 Broad Street, Charlestown, Georgetown today or call them on 616-0412, 622-0455, 670-0268 or 225-9444.
As the Ministry of Social Protection continues to improve the transparency, accountability, and service delivery of the senior citizens pension system, we're kindly advising all beneficiaries of the senior citizens pension to contact their nearest GCOM office and make an application to update their information to the 9-digit National Identification Card. As of March 1, 2018, the Ministry of Social Protection will not be facilitating the processing of senior citizens' pension vouchers without the presentation of the 9-digit identification card. We thank you for your cooperation.
This is a message from the Ministry of Social Protection.
You have always trusted Kester D's Gospel Music Center for the best in gospel CDs and DVDs. He has also been known as the best person to duplicate your CDs and DVDs. Download your favorite gospel music on memory cards, flash drives, smartphones, and other devices. Well, now, Kester D has moved to a bigger and better location at Lot 206 Eastern half of Charlotte Street between Alexander and Camp Streets. For more information, call Kester D on 600-3991 today. Kester D's Gospel Music Center, the home of gospel music in Guyana.
Guyana. Celebrate and appreciate 35 years of ministry with our very own Prophet Eon Greaves. Saturday, April 28th, 2018 at the National Cultural Center, featuring Sean Sobers, Samuel Medas, Miriam C. Williams, Saiku, Kester D, Geraldine Maloney, and much more. Tickets cost $1,500, $2,000, and $3,000 and are on sale at the National Cultural Center and Kester D Music Center. Doors open from 8 p.m. Sponsored by Hope is Rising and Dens Trading.
And good evening, Guyana. Welcome to another edition of You Are Not a Mistake. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Happy Easter holidays to all. Trust that you guys had a great day today. Your weekend was a great one as well. And yeah, I'm just taxed with, there's so much going on. I just want to give God praise and thanks for renewed strength. But nevertheless, I'm here to share with you for just about 1 hour of encouragement, uplifting music, and discussions. And I have a very special guest this evening that I will be talking to. So stay tuned, don't touch the dial. Have a notepad, have your pen, because you never know, you might have to take some information of some sort, And you just saw and heard an ad that we were telling you guys about before. Finally here, it's going to be happening on the 28th of this month. That's like 27 days to go. Because today is the 1st of April already. 1st of April, y'all. Where did the time went? Telling you. Right, so on the 28th, National Cultural Center, we honoring this man of God. Listen, I'm excited about this. You know, it's like if y'all honoring me. You see what I'm saying? Because I came into the kingdom and I met this brother doing this thing, yeah, for the Lord, you know. And I was very much impressed. I don't think there is any part of this country that Ian didn't touch, you know, with his ministry. Some of you guys might get big now, married, got children, but you remember this brother, his testimony, his music would have contributed somewhat to your life. This is where, you know, you don't wait until a man dead and lay down in a coffin stiff. People talk a nice talk, you know, a long eulogy so people yarn that I ain't done it, right? This man is alive. So I believe if a man is alive, he just tell you all the nice things that you need to hear. No, give you all what you need to give you. No, when he could spend the money, you know what I mean? Yeah, when he could see the rose and smell it, when he could spray the perfume on himself, and when he walked down the road, he torn in heads, what cologne you wearing that boy? Cologne smell good. Especially if you buy it from Kester, the gas music center, you understand what I'm saying? Right. So this is the kind of thing, other man when he's alive, you know? I'm sure you would like to be honored for something that you would have done, you know? People want to be honored with things that they do. You write in, you know, you go to school, when it's test time, and you do well, you get 90, you know, out of 100 and everything, and you get the best school, you want mama honor you. You want mommy buy a nice phone or a nice laptop. You know, understand what I'm saying? It's honor, you know, giving you something, you know, for your performance. So it's the same thing with a brother. We say, well, you're doing it to the honor and glory of God, yes. But the brother is not begging, he's not begging nobody. He's not walking around begging, oh, please do my help, man. Oh, y'all honor me, no, man. A group of us came together, and this, you know, I mean, we absorbing all the things that are happening. I mean, when my guests come here, I mean, we could talk about this as well, because, you know, she's a pastor, right? And I'm very careful with how, you know, you don't touch God's glory. You know, this thing has nothing to do with God's glory. This is a man who would have given of himself for the body of Christ and to the kingdom, you know. And as people, he gave of himself into the life of others, you know. He's not coming to say, you know, I'm demanding this. This is a group of us came together and say, you know what, this brother need to be honored for what, you know, the things that he's done. We see him in action. He's still faithful to the cause. He's still doing what he's doing. And it's just high time. I mean, he was honored, yes. He was given accolades and all of that. But you can't spend accolade, boss. You can get it home as a nice ornament. And you remember, well, somebody gave you this thing for something that you did. That's good. But the man got needs. You know? Even though he might not come and say, you know, hey, he says I broke, you know, give me something, you know. You understand me? We don't want it richer that where a brother has to beg. But we want to show him, listen, we appreciate you sincerely. And this is not just for him. This is something that we started, and this will continue. So on the night of the event, we will announce who will be the next person we will honor in 2019. You see? And when 2019 comes, and we finish on the night of the concert, we announce who will be the other person. And this is how this thing will unfold. And so it's a group of us. It's not a one man calling no shot. Here, a group of credible people who wants to do something for those who would have you know, walked this path before many of us and paved the way and take lashes and ice up and lash down and bruise their knee and the eye and bones their forehead and so on. You know, and they're still here. So these are the people we want to say thanks to. You know. So I want you to join with us, Guyana. Most of the churches around Guyana would have ministered at. Many, I would say many churches here building project, you know what I mean. Now you are building done. You understand? The man is still there. You know, so this is a way of you saying, you know, Ian, we really appreciate what you did for us. Because back them days, you used to get paid, you know. You sing unto the honor and glory of God, you get the good God bless you, and you catch your bus and you roll home. You eat your buns and you drink your Kool-Aid, and you're excited, you know. But now it's a different time. I don't want to get into it. I don't want nobody start bashing them. Because when you tell the truth, people feel offended and get all defensive, you know, or you're attacking. But this is facts. This is things that happen. And so, you know, we just want to put it out there and be straight with people, you know. You know, when Cassidy talk, he's be attacking people. But when people talk, you know, I don't know where you scarlet. But as soon as it come out of me mouth, it's an attack. Yeah, it's not, I don't know. But to God be the glory. God not sleep, you know. God is a fair judge. And he you know, he don't judge so. At the level. And that's what I mean, you know, that is what most important to me, you know. Yeah, so Ian Graves, we have tickets are auditorium front, $3,000, and all seats are ticketed. Auditorium rear, $2,000, and the balcony, old balcony is $1,500. And tickets are available at the Cultural Center box office and at Cassidy Gospel Music Center. All the proceeding from this event go straight to the prophet or psalmist or Ian, whatever you know him as, or whoever you are relate to each other. But as a man, he has an office of a prophet and psalmist, and I would like to address him in that way on national television. All right? So get those tickets, get them early. You know, Cultural Center is only holding 1,900 people. And let's celebrate this man of God and give you a good blessing. You hear me? Apart from buying the tickets, if you want blessing separate, you know him, he's going to be here next week. We'll be going around to some churches and do some ministry and all of that. You get, you know, call you on side and bless the man of God. So Ian might not be able to make it to the event, but I want to bless you still. You can do that. All right? This is between you. Remember, it's not about custody or not about the committee. It's about this man. So if you want to call him up, you know him personally, and you want to do your thing in private and honor this man, I don't have any problem with that. But I just want us to show the love on the 28th. We want the full cultural center to this man feel real honored. And he's giving you a good blessing. Not send off because he's still on the scene. He ain't going nowhere. We just blessing him. All right? So that is it for that. On tomorrow, the House of Prayer, Ballfield, they're right in Tocqueville. They have a big Easter family fund, the annual family fund. Just make sure you go across there. You don't have to pay for going to the place. Go with your family, go to the picnic basket. And, you know, get a big family time, fly your kite, nice gospel music, food, drink, everything on sale. You know, buy, support the bar, and everybody have a nice time. I was there one year, you know. I try to remember the year I was there. So big ups to House of Prayer there in Tocqueville, all the pastors and leaders, all the members. Tomorrow going to be a grand day and a big family fun day and Easter celebrations down there, man. All right? Tocqueville people, big up yourself. You don't know. All right. So enough for that. Big ups to all my sponsors on the program. Sterling Products Limited, Tropical Rhythm and Simokal, Ministry of Social Protection. All right? Cassidy Gospel Music Center demonstrated. You don't know. All right? And, you know, this all comes to celebrate with us, yeah? Ian Graves, as we honor him on the 28th of April at the National Cultural Center. All right? So, me talk 50 minutes already, you know? That's why just getting all the talking out to the way, you know what I'm saying? But here what's going to happen. We're going to go to our first music break, go pay some bills, and come right back, and then introduce our guest for tonight. We will be having pretty interesting discussion. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere.
Attitude. Give me attitude. Next. Action. Guys, where's the ice cream? Cut! In 4 delectable flavors, the new Super Premium Royal Ripple ice cream is smooth, unbelievably rich, and far more affordable than you think. Royal Ripple Super Premium from Sterling Products Limited.
It's all you, in tune with the rhythm of the island. Hey, it's all you, the flavors of the island, like bending the sun.
Rich in vitamins A and C.
Follow your island. island spirit.
It's the rhythm of the island. We gonna upgrade your strength by grace.
Yeah, man.
Tropical rhythms. Bringing the rhythm.
What do you do with your old vehicle batteries, cell phones, and computers? Bring them to Dens Trading. They specialize in recycling your old batteries from your car or truck or from devices like your cell phone and out-of-service computer motherboards. Dens Trading will give you cash for the devices you want to throw away. So what are you waiting for? Come into Dens Trading at 39 Broad Street, Charlestown, Georgetown today or call them on 616-0412, 622-0455, 670-0268 or 225-9444.
As the Ministry of Social Protection continues to improve the transparency, accountability, and service delivery of the senior citizens pension system, we're kindly advising all beneficiaries of the senior citizens pension to contact their nearest GCOM office and make an application to update their information to the 9-digit National Identification Card. As of March 1, 2018, the Ministry of Social Protection will not be facilitating the processing of senior citizens' pension vouchers without the presentation of the 9-digit identification card. We thank you for your cooperation.
This is a message from the Ministry of Social Protection.
You have always trusted Kester D's Gospel Music Center for the best in gospel CDs and DVDs. He has also been known as the best person to duplicate your CDs and DVDs. Download your favorite gospel music on memory cards, flash drives, smartphones, and other devices. Well, now, Kester D has moved to a bigger and better location at Lot 206 eastern half of Charlotte Street between Alexander and Camp Streets. For more information, call Kester D on 600-3991 today. Kester D's Gospel Music Center, the home of gospel music in Guyana.
Guyana. Celebrate and appreciate 35 years of ministry with our very own Prophet Eon Greaves. Saturday, April 28th, 2018 at the National Cultural Center, featuring Sean Sobers, Samuel Medas, Miriam C. Williams, Saiku, Kester D, Sherilyn Maloney, and much more. Tickets cost $1,500, $2,000, and $3,000 and are on sale at the National Cultural Center and Kester D Music Center. Doors open from 8 p.m. Sponsored by Hope is Rising and Dens Trading.
Yes, welcome back. There you have all the information. So spread the word around and encourage a friend, bring a friend, tell a friend to be a part of this exciting event. Anyways, my guest for tonight is a Guyanese by birth, now living in the islands of St. Martin. And she's home. Just had to have her, come to let us have a discussion on the television. She's a hard worker. She's traveling the world right now. It's none other than Pastor Ann Goodman, who is the wife of Pastor Julius Goodman. All right, and so she's here in the studio with me tonight. Good night to you, Pastor. How are you doing?
Good night.
Welcome home.
Minister Kesley. Thank you
how kind of name
much.
I get to but God is good.
Thank you so much. There is no place like home.
Oh, tell you. So you had your good curry on your arm.
Oh yes. Right now I'm curried out.
You
yes.
Oh man, well, it's good to have you. And I know you're a woman with a mission.
Oh yes.
Right? But your office as a pastor and as a woman, I just want us to have a discussion tonight. I mean we're going to talk about other things, but something that is really pressing, at least within the 2 weeks period, or let's say a week period, or days, there are deaths involving women.
Yes.
And this due to relationship problems, allegedly. And the latest one was, I think it's yesterday, where someone in high society, an officer of our armed forces, who well trained, and I'm wondering, and I say discipline because this is the army we're talking about, and for you to reach the level of that man, you got to be doing something good. You got to know what you're doing. And so for a man to be driven to that extreme where you see anger to, you can't even describe it, because according to the press, the post-mortem says 14 bullets
Wow.
was extracted out of the body. So how do we deal with something like this? As a man, I don't wish things like that on my worst enemy. I respect our women, we promote our women and all of that. But listen, we cannot, and I say we cannot ignore the pain of our men. You know, men and macho and all of that, they don't want to show sign of weakness because, you know, it's a man thing, it's an ego thing and all of that. But listen, men have to find somebody to talk to.
Definitely.
Or we will find ourselves in problems. So I'm just highlighting to you the situation, how it's so devastating. There's another other separate instance where young men are involved. Robbery and murder and these kind of things. And it really bothers me because at the end of the day, all involves men. As a pastor and as a woman, you may have counseled some people and all of that. How do you see something? How do we address something else? We know what the problems is, but what is the solution to these problems, if there are any?
I think only God have that
What
solution. But we as human beings, you know, we were taught that when you get angry, you just breathe. And count from 1 to 5. If you can make it up to 10 before you even say another word. You know, once you're angry, just breathe. And say, you know what? Oh no, I'm not going to answer you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it takes a really macho person to do that.
Yeah, because sometimes you could be counting. And while you count the other person not tell you you're counting, they're still pelting words at you, you know.
Yes.
So in you busy, you counting, you still hearing things that you might hear something that causes you to stop counting.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, but in the ministry of a pastor and counsel people, there are some men that tell me that, you know, the best thing that they just do is that they leave the house and just go drive somewhere.
I do that.
Or go walk somewhere. Once you see you are beginning to argue, that's the fourth
Take a drive
stage.
or a walk or a ride.
That is the fourth stage. Once words coming back and forth, one person needs to just exit that room. Now, they have some people in anger, they will not allow you to walk away. When you walk away from some men in that haste,
I think it's a disrespect.
They feel like, you know, you disrespect them and you are walking away from them. So as soon as you got to know the person you are dealing with. Okay, because anger is something that is built up. It don't just come at stage 5 like boom on you. You know, as a woman, once you see the first instant of anger, you need to take note of that. And you need to know how to work around it.
Oh.
And that's how you're going to secure yourself. You know, it's like first time a man slap you. Okay? You take it. You say, okay, maybe I push him, I did that, and he slapped me. But the next time he cuff you and black and blue your eyes, will you wait until he take a knife to slit your throat? No. Once they do it once, they're going to do it again.
And then when you get a slap, based on your reaction, if you accept, well, you know, yo, it's just a slap, man, it's not nothing. And then he watches that and say, you know, yeah, and then next time for a slap to a thump behind your head or, you know.
Well, once you get that thump, you already know what's coming next. Don't wait. As growing up in Guyana, as the old people say, what you're seeing in the day, don't wait to take a firewood to see it in the night. You know, once you see certain signs, you got to start to study this person that you are living with, because remember, the devil is out there to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And once it's anger, that's where the devil take control. So either steal your life, kill you, or destroy you.
You know, I heard some, I mean, people might be thinking I never call me. I know I'm not, I ain't trained to deal with these things. I ain't no pastor or no counselor or psychologist or anything like that. But based on my programs and how I will reach out to people, you know, they confide in me and they would tell me certain confidential stuff. And some women would say, man, well, You know, I get cheering for this man, and you know, if I left this man, what gonna happen? Easy bread. We're not at home. Me and nobody else so look out for me. So what I could do, Kesto, I got to stay in this thing. You want to take counseling and you want to talk to nobody. Right. What do you say to people in these kind of, because there are people like that in these kind of situations. Their children are involved, and if they think if they leave the man, then it's all doom, because they have no provider. Nobody to provide for them. They don't have nowhere to live because it's the man house and all these kind of things.
Cassidy, that's why I believe in independent women. I believe in education. Once you have a good education, and you see that is what is the main factor of why a lot of women stay in these situations, is because they tell themselves that they cannot
make it without the individual.
Definitely, or do better. But that is why a good education is always important. Once you are educated, you can do better. You can do better. But some of them, you know, your parents send you to school, you didn't go to school, you run behind the same person, you didn't get a degree, you didn't get a high school education, you know. Now you end up with 3, 4 children, madly in love with this man, but yet he is beating you. What do you do? Ladies, it is never too late to upgrade yourself. Take it for a period, but make yourself somebody and make yourself better, that you will not be in it all the days of your life.
Word. Pastor Ann Goodman, ladies and gentlemen, and we just discussing. And listen, I would like to extend my condolences to the family of the deceased, of these women that were murdered, and to also the family of the men who were involved. And I know there is pain on both sides.
Yes.
All right? Without you twist it, I mean, one family lost one, but you got to say both lost, because the person ended up in prison, and when they're tried and if they're found guilty, that's it. So it's a loss both ways. There are children here involved that will be growing up without a father and a mother figure in their lives. And so it's just like you said earlier, the devil comes but to steal, kill, and destroy. So you look at it, it's total destruction all around.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
You see, he have a mandate, and he is not going to give up.
Oh, man.
And we got to tell ourselves that we have a mandate as well. I am not going to prison over any woman. Just walk, you know. And I've been following the news in Guyana, and I've been seeing, you know, why can't people just walk?
Wow.
You know, just walk. If the woman don't want you, walk. The man don't want you, walk.
You know,
why?
The thing to that, I mean, I was a street man. I in the streets, I was a regular, I pong everybody, I fight, but I listen to people. That man, you know, brother said, boss, I invest in this woman, man. I give you everything. And if you're a man who take your ears and make it a rubbish bin, then the devil gonna come and dump all kind of junk inside of there. Because somebody gonna say, hey, I see she might be with a guy, but as a friend, there's nothing going on.
Definitely.
But Tom Jones, who always seeing somebody who there with somebody, say, hey, I see she last night.
And that's what the devil been doing.
Yeah. And then now you can confront her. Where you been last night, girl? You know, you want to hear this, you can just, you know, where you been? And then she said, you know, been up the road, and I see Tom Jones say, you see same thing I'm man saying, no, I know you been giving me. And then from there, and it turned into a whole argument. And then from one thing lead to the other. And in most instances, this is how this whole thing break out. People are always saying, I've seen this, I've seen that, I've seen this.
But where is the trust in these relationships? Now you know your wife. If somebody come and tell you, you know, Kesta, I see your wife, you're going to say, boy, that got to be a friend. You're going to stop that there.
You know
you're going to stop that there.
You know what I tell them, Pastor? I say, I know what she tell me.
Definitely.
Story done.
You stop it. They're not going to come to you again. But once people know that you are listening, they're going to come to you.
Come and dump into
Definitely.
Yeah.
So in all of this, where is the trust? Where is the trust? Because if you living with somebody 5 years, you got to know them. Correct. If you know that they're giving you blow, so to speak, as you say in Guyana,
blue bun,
whatever, kind of or whatever. Now, if you know this person is giving you blow, you got to sit them down and talk to them and let them know, girl, is either you straighten up or we going to separate. You ain't going to just punch in her face the first instant. I always say one thing in counseling people, and I always ask people, when I'm faced with a couple and the man is accusing the woman and the woman is accusing the man, I always look at them and say, why do you do that? And there is always a root. Sometimes with these people, there are generational curses and spirits that has been following them from grandparents to forefathers back way down. And you can see it's a generational thing. Now somebody got to get to that place and say that this thing stops with me. Yeah. Yeah. If anger is in the was in the family and you realize your grandfather used to beat your grandmother, you see your father beat your mother, now you're beating your wife, then it's a spirit that needs to be dealt with. And all of these things are spirits behind them. You see, some of these men and these women, they are helpless, so to speak. Because some women, they have spirit transfer from generation where the grandmother or so was not faithful in a marriage. The mother was not faithful. And that is what they grow up seeing. And they tell themselves it's a lifestyle. And they don't realize that it's a spirit that can cause them their death. Ooh. Wow. You see, everything that people do, there is a reason why they are doing it. There is a reason, or if I may say, there is a root. There is a root to every action. Yeah, yeah. So once you now got to sit down, and I encourage men and women in Guyana, sit down and tell yourself, look, I'm not going to jail over a man. I'm not going to be locked away, isolated from society because of a man or a woman. No, I'm going to do better than that. I will not let you put me behind bars because of the things you are doing, and this is how I will retaliate against you. Now, sometimes the woman in die, the doctor well and fix her up.
You got to jail.
And you gone to jail.
Somebody else get on.
Definitely. So who now? Lose.
Correct.
You know, and vice versa with a woman as well, you know. And one of the things, and I want to encourage women, is to be independent. You want a shoe, buy a shoe. You want a bag, buy a bag. Stop begging men for these things, because as a woman growing up, I remember my mom taught me. She said, when a man gives you something, he looking straight at your whatever. He looking back for something. Yeah. So she said, work and you be independent and buy whatever you need so you don't owe no man any part of your body.
Until he said?
Definitely, until you get this. And even though I am married, my husband could tell you, sometimes he tells me, you know, you work too hard, you need to slow down. I said, Julius, I love having money in my pocketbook.
You will take it slow down.
Oh, no. I ain't taking slow down. And my husband could tell you that, you know. Yeah. I'm not, I believe in independency in every area of your life. And once you have that, you know, people are going to come in your life and they're going to offer you stuff. But at the end of the day, you are not hurt over it. You are not broken, because whatever they can give you, you can buy it for yourself. Yeah. Yeah. But when you have to depend on a man for something, when you call his phone and he don't answer, you now gone into depression.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the bills got paid.
Definitely.
And this man is answering the phone.
Definitely. And then he may, and some women put themselves that the man have a wife and a family to take care of, and that comes first. You know, whatever leave back, that is what he's going to give to you.
Wow.
So now you gone in depression, and now Facebook make it worse because you're gonna see him and his family on a vacation somewhere, and he is not answering. He tell you he don't have money to give you, but he have money to take his family somewhere. Yeah. Now how would you feel?
And jealousy gone, and then a problem will ensue right away. You know, whenever they reach up again.
Definitely.
Yeah, I hear you, and I mean, we keeping the talk real. These are things that are happening in our society, and this is not to bring down anybody, but just to empower our women who might have low self-esteem,
yes,
as well as our brother. And I must say, there's a lot of men out there who are holding it up with their families, who are protecting and looking out for their families and helping in women in the quest of being empowered. Because not all men are like that, but we cannot isolate cases. We got to stand up. We got to take responsibility for our actions.
That's right.
I think as all these institutions that help persons out there, I think we need to be more aggressive in terms of the part, because we know men are. We just can't lay back and expect a man to come and say, you know, but no, no. When you go after these brother, and you hear these brother reason, it melts your heart. But they're not just going to turn up and sit down like how me and you talking and talk like that.
No. I encourage women when I counsel with married couple. I tell him, I say, you want to know what's in your husband's heart? Let him get vexed. And just zip. honestly, I find it. It is so true.
You hear the man heart?
Yes. A man don't talk like that. He would not speak like that. But when he get vexed, and I encourage women, Guyanese women, I encourage you to do that. When you see he get vexed, you just listen. Don't say anything, just listen. No. Because he speaks his heart. Yeah. Everything that is in there, at that moment, it comes out. And that is how you know what is really in there. And that is what helped me in my marriage. December, my husband and I will celebrate 23 years.
Wow.
And that is, we've been through it. Yeah. We've been through it. And I could tell you, once he start, I like quiet and I listen to him. Now, I was not like that. I had to bring myself to that place. And it is hard as a woman
to keep your mouth to zip.
This is our strength.
Yeah.
It is very hard, Kester. I'm telling you, it is so hard to listen to somebody, and sometimes it is be accusation. And sometimes you hit a punchline.
Yeah. And you want to answer back, but
and you want to answer back, but no. I just like, okay, okay. And he would rattle and you know, and then I realized how much some things that I may do, he didn't say it, but it affected him. He never showed it, but it affected him.
So but when he gets vexed, it comes out.
It comes out.
Wow.
And women, if you, it is very hard to just hear your husband going off on you and not saying anything. Come on, we are women, and this is our strength, our mouth.
So the difference there with a man who gonna wait till he get vexed. A woman, soon as he do something, immediately on.
Yeah, women like that. We talk.
Right away, she gonna draw your attention to it.
We don't keep nothing in here, Cassidy. We don't keep nothing in our hearts. We talk.
I hear you.
Men don't.
You know something? My wife would say, "You got anything you want to tell me?"
And you would say no.
No. But when, like you said, when you get vexed, you just know.
Definitely.
You know,
and sometimes I just be
it's so true. Really? The thing that you vexed.
Definitely.
And then when everything cooked down and everything get back good, you laugh about it.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's sometimes something happens 6 months.
It's true.
But you didn't say anything about it, so I just went on in my usual way, you know, okay.
You know, Pastor, and I got to give God thanks. I mean, I've seen abuse in our family. And I get angry with the abuser. I decided he would stop at me. And,
beautiful.
You know, I hate anybody being here. I don't even knock me children. Much as somebody else knock me.
No,
you know, down there, I don't know, God knows. You
what's going to happen at that?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, the 11th of this month, we will celebrate 19 years.
Wow.
right? And we never, not that we never had problems, we never had our attack, but no knocking. Within the whole 19 years, I know her before with courtship and all that, was come to 21 years. But for the marriage part of it, 19 years. I never hit my wife about nothing.
That
But she mouth hot, she talk hard, and me mouth hot too. I talk hard, and like you said, sometimes I just jump in the car and go for a drive, and everybody sleeping, I come back home, sleep, but next morning, we good again. Or sometimes we turn me back for a day or two. So serious, you know. But we never went to any counselor to take counseling about nothing. But we pray and we say, God, you put us together, and we know this is God putting us together because I didn't have money. So I can't be money my wife come behind me for.
Definitely.
I was no big handsome man and them kind of thing. I know it can't be done. She come after neither. I didn't have no house and not no car. So it couldn't be none of them things that attract her to me.
Foundation was love.
Correct. So when she tell me, the Lord tell her sometime, you know, and she look and she sees me and she turn back and say, God, you got making joke.
Oh my God.
And you know, we started, you know, we buy our pot, put it down, because we rent a place and allow her to live. While I still live at the samples where I was working, I was living with the people and so on. So I never moved from there until we get married. So while we work and accumulate our little money, we will look for deals, people who got a living room set on a chat. A man had a living room set, he had bed, he had thing. He said, I want this amount of money. He said, what? I go on and borrow the money. I said, give you, and we take all the thing. Put it on when she think rent a place and put her there. So while thing we buy, put up. So when we marry, we already had our stuff set. People want to buy everything one time, so everything is a process.
It is. It is.
And we got to know to make, ladies, this is not a quick fix, not a fly by night. You see a man looking good, enough go wrong in neck, rich, get this, and you feel like you're there with this man, this and everything good for me after that? No, sir.
You know, sometimes my husband and I, we would counsel people. I don't do it at home. I don't do it in my house because I don't want those spirits, you know. I don't counsel people in my home. Sometimes we go to counsel a couple. And when sometimes the women talk about some stuff
that affect them,
that their husband is doing to them, you know, sometimes we would have this long drive back home. And when my husband is driving, I would just rub his head and I would say, I thank God for you. The reason is to hear the abuse, the level of abuse that some women are going through, and some men too. They too have a story.
Some good verbal abuse come at them.
Sometimes I listen to some men, I just be, why is he still married to her?
So true. So true.
You know, men, and in St. Martin, you know, there are different culture problems. There were women that told me that in their culture, they don't even iron their husband clothes, and they are not doing it. Their father used to do all the ironing. And they tell themselves that is not, now they are married to Guyanese men. And you know, Guyanese men like their wife, you know, they feel good. You know, right? Yeah. You gotta know to cook.
Got for cut the shot.
You know, you gotta know certain things. But in some culture, the women, they are being taught to educate themselves and leave that part out of it. That, oh, you're gonna get a husband. And most of them in St. Martin, I was looking for a Guyanese husband because the men can cook.
Cook? Oh, yeah. Really?
Yes. I tell them, oh no, it don't go so because my husband can't cook and he is Guyanese. I said, not all of them. But sometimes, you know, you counsel some people and you would hear some, like some cultural barriers and some stuff that they are going through.
True, yeah.
And I said, my God. I just said, my husband, you know, I thank God for you. You is not this perfect man, and I don't expect you to be. I always tell women, there was only one perfect man that walked on the face of this earth, and that's Jesus Christ. Yeah. If you're waiting for a perfect man, you're going to wait long.
You know, some people get a dry in their mind. Oh, this handsome guy with the beard and briefcase and suit to fit and everything. Oh, and, you know, with all the money in the world and the car in the house and everything. I tell him I got to draw the man.
Definitely, they have to drive because I remember with me and my husband, I was more of a Christian than him.
Yeah.
And, you know, because I born in the church and he came in late, you know, and I remember that I looked for one thing, that he loved God. And that is what I held on to. And I always tell women, marry a man that loves God. Don't look for this perfect man. If God chooses to make him a pastor someday, I'd wanted to marry a pastor. I always grew up, I want to marry a pastor. But I didn't marry a pastor. He became a pastor.
Wow.
God made him.
So you get your heart desire.
So I get my heart desire.
Yeah.
But God had to do some pruning and cutting. And I stood with him in that process. Same for me. God had to deal with me with a lot of stuff. So in a relationship, you know, study this person that you are living with. Make them a study. Observe them. See what triggers them. See what they don't like and try your best, you know, to please that person.
Wow. You know, I'm looking at the clock, but there is this, I mean, beyond this, we're talking about this whole abuse. And in most instances, you find men hold the worst part of the stick. I would do this late night program on HJ. That was before the time came forward.
Okay.
It was 12 to 2. When I just started, the guy said, graveyard shift, boy, you nobody not gonna do up and nobody not gonna. I said, boss, they got nothing to do with the time. It's the man what doing we got to do with the time.
Definitely.
I live to see them by they end up fight for the time. Because everybody know one is them because people listening. So this one night, the security came in like 10 minutes before I finished my show. Said some guy out to the gate to you. So I was about wrapping up the program, so I told him to let the guy hold. Because he didn't know what he wanted. But that same night I was playing music and I was talking to men, you know, encouraging them and things like that from a man perspective. I always like to share, you know, where God would have brought me from and so on. So this man, when I talking to this man now, this was a taxi driver. Right? I didn't want to give too much of details about him because maybe whoever watching car was in confidence. But I'm just saying this to let you know. Man say bye. I just drive in this car, so people stopping me, but me stopping nobody because all he's saying, hey, don't let this man don't stop talk, let this man don't stop playing the music. I just want because this man you know we saying here right now, you know. This man you know who he helping right now, you know. Listen, this man, what I doing without knowing what really happening on the outside. This man contemplating to go home and murder his family.
Oh my God.
They're married for four years, got 3 children. But here the thing, he's a taxi driver, but he said he will work till like about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, then he will go home and catch a rest before he come back. But he'll have to drop his wife to work because she work at a bank, right? So you have to drop her to work. You don't ever let she thing. No matter how tired he is, he would drop his wife and make sure he pick her up back and all of that, right? But she would wake him up. Yeah, he get up. Sometimes throw water on him.
Wow.
Call him dog and all these kind of things.
That's abuse.
Right? So, and he said, this big man cried the morning, you know. He's like, I finished a 2-hour program and I start another 2 hour because I never finished about 4 talking to you, but I couldn't just let the man go, you know. So I had to hear him out. I listen to the brother, the man crying, the man say, I can't tell when I see big man crying like that. Right? But as he's, you know, bring it all the passion and everything just coming out and how we, you know, how we going on and so, and I listening to the brother. He said one time, he said, like 2 corners away from where he lived, wife asked him to drop her there. So he said when he dropped her there, another friend who worked at the same man, but when you see this friend car, tin top, and he said from when you see this vehicle, you don't know this man is a player. But the wife requests that he drop her there. So he dropped her and he went home back. He said, but when she come home, you know, I gonna pick her up when she come home. I tell she, I say, the way you do that today, don't do it again, cause that is disrespect. Right? So the man sit overbearing and she doing and she keep doing. He said, tonight, this man in here, so the guy, no man. Done it! But I day in my car and I turn on and I hear you. Right? I hear you. And I drive and I come here. Cause I feel you could tell me something. I said, bye. I could tell you don't do nothing stupid. Definitely. I know somebody that could help you. I called that person that early morning. I mean, he's a pastor. He works with the government. But he didn't answer because maybe he was asleep or whatever. So I promised the guy, I said, here, keep your phone on. I ain't going to call you when I make contact with this man. And B, you can get help. But don't go do nothing stupid. So with all of them said, you know, the connection make help come forth. The other night they upon the radio, the phone ring, I answered the phone. The man, yeah, I bet you can't tell me this is who. I said, well, I can't see your phone. You know. The man say, hey, I is the man. Look come the man in there. I mean crying and telling you everything good now. Now, you see, when I hear testimony like those, that is why I driven to come out to me bed 4 o'clock in the morning for say I'm going to do a radio program. Yes. This is what drive me to come out to me bed midnight and go up on a radio till 2 in the morning. Even though it risks my life, because one time I do a radio program, when I finish the radio program, come home, a big gun in my face. Wow. You hear? This is the kind of risk I take because of the people life that it touch. So me even watching at the risk. But the God that we serve, that's right. He protect each other because the guy who take my computer, he bring it back.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook. You did.
And people, you know, when I tell the story, some people are in doubt and disbelief. Like, guess that really happened? Now, why would I make up something like that? I mean, if I say I'm a neighbor, I'm lying. You know, because they were involved. This is why I tell them yesterday on the radio, my neighbor is better than yours. I got good neighbors. Ah, yes. You know, so I'm just showing you, and there's just one case. They might have many cases like those, but because the man, you want his friend them laugh, if he go and tell his friend them, you know, you know, my wife has roughed me up. The man will laugh. I say, what you want to you? Why like use, you know what I mean? And then gonna use the word and whatever the thing. But man, listen, there is help available. There is help available. All right? So make the contact. Ministry of Social Protection, they have a men affairs, gender affairs bureau. It was men affairs that changed it now to gender. So better male or female, you know, the politically correct kind of statement. But they're help for men as well as women.
Yeah. I would like to encourage the churches in Guyana, you know, make your society a study. The men target the men and the women target the women. Invite them out to a little social activity. Sometimes we got to take the church out from the pulpit and take it into the street. You know, study your street that you are living in as a Christian, you know, and see who look. I was preaching at a church Good Friday, and there was this young woman that came up there for prayer, and I could see abuse written all over her face. Wow. And when I hugged, it was like a little, literally, it was a teenager. She looked like a teenager with a baby. Wow. And I asked her before I prayed for her, I pulled away the mic and I said, does this child father hit you? And she started to cry.
Wow. So right away you know.
I feel it. When she came up to me, I felt the abuse was like so much. You know, as a woman, your instinct, you can look at another woman and you could know what they're going through. And I would like to, you know, ask the women in the church, you know, you have somebody in your street, befriend them. You know, you don't have to take them to church, befriend them, find out, you know, what is really going on. And a woman, once she find a friend, she will talk.
Oh, yes.
She will talk. Once she find a friend.
But you gotta get that out. You gotta get it out of your system.
Definitely.
Man. Because it become you pressurized and then everybody say, "Oh, the man was a good man," and you never know he was like, or she was a good woman. How that happened? But it's over time. Build up your talk. You tell nobody.
As women, people see your husband as this nice-looking guy in society, but as a wife,
you know what's up.
Definitely, as a wife. And sometimes women feel if I go and tell people that this is what this man is doing, they will not believe.
Yeah.
You talk it, girl, somebody gonna believe you. Talk it, because there is another woman out there just like you, who have a husband just like you, high in society and whatever, but he is abusing you.
Wow.
And until death, then when you go on national TV and somewhere and you talk, everybody's saying you lie because you look like this happy person. They never see you cry, you know, and now you look like a liar because you painted this picture of yourself as this happy woman walking on the street. You're dressed in designer clothes, whatever, but
all the brands.
Yes, but you're eating up inside. And now when the situation happened, you now look like this bad person. And same thing with men, you know, the men in the church. Befriend other men in your area, because men do face abuse as well. You know, I always tell women, I say, you know what, men don't really love. But when they love hard. And they want you just for themselves.
Yeah.
And they begin now to feel like overprotective. They don't want another man to even come and even talk to you. Even sometimes your cousins, you know, even sometimes with your cousins, they can feel a little. That's right. It's because they love you so much. You know,
they can't bear to see you in another man's arm.
Definitely. Especially if you are a good woman. They will always live in fear of someone coming and take you away from them. Once they love you.
Word. Guyana, I mean, we just wait on it tonight. But looking at the clock, couple of minutes remaining, there is a very important event that will be taking place with Pastor Ann's husband, Pastor Julius. He's a Guyanese as well. He's coming back home on the 9th of June to launch his album. And we definitely want you to be a part of that. It's going to be happening on the west side. So just I want you to spend the next couple of minutes talking about that before we go to the program this evening.
All right.
And I'm very much appreciative. Before you go back, I will try and see if you could get T for another hour. I'm going to try to get a male pastor along with yourself, and so we could get a balance in terms of this whole. We can hear from the man's side of things, and then we hear from the woman's side. And we're going to have a pretty much interesting discussion. So before you go back, make sure you come back, right? We're going to set the date.
Oh, yes, I will. I just want to get the flyer to just pull it up.
Okay.
It's Glow in His Glory. It's my husband Julius Goodman CD launching. This is his heart's desire. You know, from a young child he was singing, and it was his desire to do an album. And so when we started Bible school studying together, he said, you know what, Ann, I'm going to push you. You go, but I'm going to wait back. And he pushed me, and I get my doctorate degree in theology and Christian education. My husband
What a man.
Me. He pushed me. He said, you go. I ain't got the brains for that. But, you know, my husband have the anointing to sing. And so he pushed me, and after I finished, I come behind him and I push him.
Wow,
that's
look
right.
at that.
So, there we are. He did a launching last year, March 4th, in St. Martin. And now he is coming here on the 9th of June at World Prayer Vision Life Healing Center at the Assemblies of God in Anna Katrina. He will be on the East Bank. He will be more on the West Coast and the East Coast. So look out on the television and on the same program where you will get more of the dates.
Definitely. Pastor Ann, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was an honor having you here tonight.
It was a pleasure
you would have blessed a whole lot of people out there listening to the program, both male and female. Nobody can say we gender bias.
Oh, no.
We just had it on the level.
I don't do that.
Yeah. So I'm very much grateful having you in the program tonight. So on behalf of my sponsors, ASA Save TV and It's a Gospel, well, you are not a mistake. Thank you very much for watching, and definitely looking forward to see you next week when we do this all over again. Thank you, and have a blessed rest of your night now. Bye-bye.
Guyana, Celebrate and appreciate 35 years of ministry with our very own Prophet Eon Greaves. Saturday, April 28th, 2018 at the National Cultural Center, featuring Sean Sobers, Samuel Medas, Miriam C. Williams, Saiku, Kester D, Sherilyn Maloney, and much more. Tickets cost $1,500, $2,000, and $3,000 and are on sale at the National Cultural Center and Kester D Music Center. Doors open from 8 p.m. Sponsored by Hope is Rising and Dens Trading.
Attitude. Give me attitude. Next. Action. Guys, where's the ice cream? Cut! In 4 delectable flavors, the new Super Premium Royal Ripple ice cream is smooth, unbelievably rich, and far more affordable than you think. Royal Ripple Super Premium from Sterling Products Limited.
It's all you, in tune with the rhythm of the islands.
Hey, it's all you, the flavors of the islands like bending the sun.
Rich in vitamins A and C.
Follow your island spirit. It's the rhythm of the islands. We're gonna break your strength by grace.
What do you do with your old vehicle batteries, cell phones, and computers? Bring them to Dens Trading. They specialize in recycling your old batteries from your car or truck or from devices like your cell phone and out-of-service computer motherboards. Dens Trading will give you cash for the devices you want to throw away. So what are you waiting for? Come into Dens Trading at 39 Broad Street, Charlestown, Georgetown today or call them on 616-0412, 622-0455, 670-0268 or 225-9444.
As the Ministry of Social Protection continues to improve the transparency, accountability, and service delivery of the senior citizens pension system, we're kindly advising all beneficiaries of the senior citizens pension to contact their nearest GCOM office and make an application to update their information to the 9-digit National Identification Card. As of March 1, 2018, the Ministry of Social Protection will not be facilitating the processing of senior citizens' pension vouchers without the presentation of the 9-digit identification card. We thank you for your cooperation.
This is a message from the Ministry of Social Protection.
You have always trusted Kester D's Gospel Music Center for the best in gospel CDs and DVDs. He has also been known as the best person to duplicate your CDs and DVDs. Download your favorite gospel music on memory cards, flash drives, smartphones, and other devices. Well, now, Kester D has moved to a bigger and better location at Lot 206 Eastern half of Charlotte Street between Alexander and Camp Streets. For more information, call Kester D on 600-3991 today. Kester D's Gospel Music Center, the home of gospel music in Guyana.